What am I wearing underneath? My cosplay shirt. Or you can see? No. That awkward moment when you miss your mouth.
Looking good, Ann.
Because I'm fire. I'm fire. Fire. Hey guys, I'm maou-ookami Cosplay, and today we're going to be talking about the 7 deadly sins of cosplay. Sin number 1, ardor. No, I don't mean the wig. So when you're too enthusiastic. A lot of cosplayers get so hyped up over the thought of cosplaying a character that they forget that things don't happen overnight. Well, sometimes you get overnight shipping, but that's not the point here. I'm not funny. Making cosplays takes time. I'm doing the release symbol. Don't get angry or frustrated when it takes you longer than expected to make your cosplay. One that you can actually be proud of. Sometimes people rush too much through the construction process and then they're not happy with the end result. Also, you can skip a couple of important steps and then you're not going to have a really sound costume for your cosplay, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And also, if you don't finish your specified outfit for a convention, you can always wear it for another one. So save that enthusiasm for another convention. Sin number 2, complacency. A lot of cosplayers remain happy with the way things are in the sense that they don't want to change for the better. For instance, don't always expect research to be done for you. Use the internet. It's 2018. I know it's a magical era, but I promise the internet has a lot of promising results if you actually Google things. The internet is literally full of information that you can use for your cosplays. It's almost guaranteed that the question you have has been asked and answered before. There are blog posts, picture sets, videos, step-by-step tutorials, if only you just search for them. Do your own research before you ask someone for help. People will also be a lot more willing to help you if you come to them with a specific question instead of just, how do I just do this whole thing? Can you do this entire thing for me? Also, don't be afraid to play with new techniques. Who knows, you could maybe find the next cosplay hack that you can share with everybody. Also, planning your cosplay will save you a lot of grief later on. When creating costumes, whether it be sewing or armor, remember to pattern and plan out your costume. You can redo pieces easily because you already have the pattern piece. Also, planning and measuring in advance will prevent a lot of easily preventable mistakes, so then you don't have to redo the costume over and over again and waste your precious time and money reusing materials. Sin number 3, procrastination. I think a lot of cosplayers just at that moment went because y'all know you're guilty, because I am too. I'm calling y'all out. Planning out your cosplay by creating a list beforehand will prevent you from leaving out a lot of important details, or the night before the con saying, oh my god, I need 17 buttons in bright red. Order your wigs, lenses, or costumes and materials now rather than later, because you don't want to be a week before the convention and then be that guy that's like, oh, can you commission this for me? The con's next weekend. Try, and I mean try because I'm probably going to need this advice too, so this is also to the future me, but try to have everything in order before the convention, because it'll just make the convention that much easier. Us cosplayers have a really big problem with leaving things till the last minute and then realizing that we need to finish and then stressing ourselves out to try and get there in time. And we really need to stop that, even though it's not easy. Try not to spread yourself too thinly. So if you're working on this jacket, don't work on this jacket and then that sword and then those socks and then those boxer shorts. Just try and focus on one thing at a time. Try not to get distracted by the prospect of working on another project and focus your energy on the current one that you're working on. Sin number 4. Neglect. Don't damage your mental or physical health for cosplay. It's never a good enough excuse. Wearing contacts when your eyes hurt. Starving yourself to lose weight. Pushing yourself to the point of a nervous breakdown. This isn't healthy behavior and we need to stop it. Be safe at conventions, so try not to go alone and always know where exits are, and just be aware of your surroundings. Also, while working on your costume and making things, Follow the safety precautions for whatever materials you're working on. So if it says you need to be in a well-ventilated area, ventilate that area. If it says you need to be in a well-lit area, light up that area. Be careful with glue, power tools, things that can burn you, and sharp objects, because they're dangerous. You need to be careful. When possible, avoid working on things when you're too tired or when you're feeling unwell, because that momentary lapse in attention could get you really hurt. Also, if you try to work yourself too hard, your work quality will drop and you're just not going to be happy with the end result. Also, you'll end up exhausting yourself, which isn't fun before a convention if you're going to be there an entire day and you've had 4 hours of sleep. Hashtag calling myself out. One of my favorite sayings is comfy for the con, uncomfy for the shoot. When going to a convention, plan to be comfortable. Take a bag and sling it over your shoulder. Wear those shorts underneath your skirt. Wear tights so that people don't see your skin. I don't know. Wear the less accurate but more comfy shoes because you're going to be on your feet the entire day. Conventions are meant to be fun, and you're just not going to have fun if you're complaining about how your feet hurt, or your wig is giving you a headache, or you can't see straight because your contacts are making your sight blurry. Rather have your full outfit that's really uncomfortable but really looks awesome. Rather have that for the shoot, and then you'll only be uncomfortable for like an hour or 2 hours instead of for a whole 8 hours. How long do people go to conventions for?
Lady art.
Yes. Sin number 5, elitism. Being confident and proud of your work is a good thing, but don't let it make you think that you're better than someone else. Remember that you started at the bottom too. Nobody started as a great cosplayer. We all started with a really awkward costume and then built our ways up. So remember to be kind to new cosplayers, because you were once there too. If you're at the beginning, remember that it's okay for you to buy costumes. You don't need to make all your costumes. Hell, if you're not beginning, if you're an old cosplayer, like an old cosplayer, then it's okay to buy your costumes. There is no shame in buying. Everything is bought. No, it's not. This outfit's bought. Also remember that you don't need a different outfit for each day of the convention. You can wear your cosplay twice, just make sure that's, you know, not sweaty or dirty. Also remember that if you're starting at a low level, that means that you have so much opportunity to grow. So don't make your first project a big one. Rather start with something more manageable and realistic so that you know that when you're done with it, you can be proud of it. Your first cosplay can be buying an outfit or making an outfit or just altering some clothes. It's okay because cosplay is meant to be fun. Also, don't get angry at yourself if you're not growing or learning at the pace that you want. Rather focus on the improvement that you've already had and just celebrate the accomplishment of getting to where you are. Sin number 6, idolatry. We all have those cosplayers that we greatly admire and they inspire us to do better and to improve our work and to just be more creative. But remember that those popular cosplayers that you really look up to are human too. They won't always have the time to respond to your messages or your comments or notice when you're in a stream. I don't know. Think of it as the time they spend not replying is spent making awesome content for you to enjoy. Also, don't compare yourself to the professional cosplayers because everyone has their own pace at which they grow and also their own talents in cosplay. Everyone has their own style, their own taste in characters, and that individuality is to be celebrated. Where did my sentence go? Fucked off, that's where it went. Find your own path in cosplay. You have your own unique talents, so don't envy others for their talents because maybe they're actually looking up to yours. Also, those skills are skills that they've worked really hard to cultivate themselves. Sin number 7, insensibility. Remember why you cosplay. Most of us cosplay because we want to have fun. When you're con crunching so hard that you're crying over your cosplay the night before a convention, you need to think to yourself, is it worth it? Is making that cosplay worth it? Is it worth all that pain? Is it worth those tears? Are you actually having fun with that cosplay? Don't push yourself to the point where you begin to hate cosplay. By the way, I've actually made another video on this topic, so just click that button over there. don't force yourself to cosplay a character that you don't like just because somebody else did it or somebody else asked you to. If you're cosplaying as a hobby, remember to have fun cosplaying. Remember to not lose your head over cosplay, because all in all, it's not our entire lives as much as we want it to be, so don't lose your senses, insensibility, while cosplaying. Also, don't actually lose your senses, like if you can't see with contacts, don't wear them. Hashtag me. Ad break. Okay, so if you like seeing my content and you want to support me, or you want to see more, or you want to be updated with all the shenanigans that I do, be sure to check me out on all the social media stuffs, such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, where else am I? TikTok. Here on YouTube, where you can like, comment and subscribe. And also, if you want to support me more directly, consider buying me a coffee on coffee.com. I don't drink coffee, but it's the thought that counts. Okay, so those are the 7 deadly sins of cosplay. If you think I've left something out, or if you think that there should be 8 sins, then leave a comment down below on what you think I should have said, or what I left out. I look like a mafia boss.
I love it. I hope I've stolen your hearts. Do it! With your cute arm voice as well.
My cute arm voice,
yes.
Just because I voiced that one voiceover.
Yes, it was great.
So thanks for watching, and be sure to check me out on all those social media sites. Bye bye! Did I steal your heart? Niji?
I'm sorry, that was so perfect! Oh my god.
I don't understand.
You
like,
did it at the right spot as well.
Really?
Yes, it was just brilliant.
Okay, can this video be over, please?